Hi, how you doing today? I am doing really well. I've had such a great day. Um, just cleansing, rebirth of the business. I mean, everything's going really well. And I'm cleansing toxic people out of my life, cleansing my body. I'm hungry, but my body feels good. I know I will appreciate this after, but I'm just going through this rebirth and I really, feel good about myself. So this African woman is feeling good. Well, I had to make that insertion because of the topic I want to talk about today. Well, this conversation was inspired by something negative that happened. I had a negative interaction with someone who called me, you blah, 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 African woman. Okay. No one would go to a white woman and say, oh, you stupid white woman, or you foolish Asian woman, or whatever it is. Like, that's really attacking someone in their person at the core of who they are. So you're not really mad at the person, you're mad at their culture. So, I mean, I'm fine if somebody goes, yeah, you stupid Olga, or just attacks me as a person, really attacks, attaches my stupidity, whatever I'm doing, to me as a person, as opposed to like encompassing, these beautiful African people. Well, why do I feel good regardless? Because I know exactly who I am. I know I am an intelligent, beautiful, talented, kind, very much loved Black woman. I have wonderful people in my life. So, I'm not so much bothered by it, but I was caught off guard. And mostly, I'll tell you why. It was a Black man, a Black American man, decided he was going to attack me as an African woman. Well, he used a few choice words, went on blah, blah, blah. And I thought, could there be discrimination among people who look the same? It was new to me. Anywho, I just went on and thought about, this piece, that I actually did, and I wrote a poem to it. And I just wanted to share that and just question because I'm probably missing something. I know that there's probably been some dimwits out there who've called me the N word, but who freaking cares? I don't hear it. You're not in my life. I don't care. Right. So, um, sorry, I get distracted because, people walk by the studio. And anyway, I'll get back to the topic here. So, it got me thinking, what is this? Is it self hate? Why would somebody go that route? And I just realized, it probably comes from a place of insecurity and self hate, someone not being comfortable in their own skin. Everybody who knows me knows I love my blackness. In spite of the hardships, racial discrimination, I'll never change who I am. I love who I am. And I won't use the word proud because I had nothing to do with it, but I'm thankful for where I was born. I'm thankful to whom I was born to. I've had, wonderful parents. And I mean, no matter what grievances I may have or like any family dysfunction, like, any family has, I still wouldn't change my life. I wouldn't trade my life, for anybody else's. Now, I did mention that this was, a black man, right? And he had sort of tried to educate me about blackness in America. And he had very negative perceptions of black women. And he would just go on and tell me about, like who's better and, things like that. Well, oftentimes I wondered, what am I missing? How could anybody, especially a black person, not be proud of who they are and put down other black people? And so, you know, when I've seen beauty, I mean, yes, beauty comes in all shapes and sizes and skin tones, but I've just grown up and just love, the black woman that I am. So I've even had some people come to the studio sometimes and uh, look at me and walk out, or talk to my lovely, wonderful studio assistant who happens to be white. Like I remember an incident where a man came in and he was talking to her, and then she's like, "Oh, that's the artist," and she's excited to introduce me, and he literally ignored her and walked away. Why am I saying this? Every day Black women go through so much all over the world. I mean, I have to wake up and work twice as much as my other accomplices. I've had to get paid less in spite of my education, in spite of my experience, in spite of how good I am at the job. I remember an incident where I was a manager and this subordinate got fired, and she was so mad, and she revealed that you were paying me more than Olga, and she was my manager. So the things that Black women have to go through, I mean, just the abuse, and we go through so much. And for another person to dump on us, some more, I just thought this is something I need to talk about. I know there's self hate around the world in so many different cultures. I mean, like white people are tanning, they want to be darker, and Black people are bleaching. Asian people, have creams where they want to be as white as paper. So I do see that, but like I said, this caught me off guard. Now get ready for it. I love my Blackness, but this is going to be one of those statements of I'm not racist. I have Black friends. Okay, I'm mostly surrounded by people who don't look like me. I'm surrounded by, a lot of my close friends are white or Asian, or, my best friend since high school is Japanese. So, given that, that should not diminish the person that I am. Okay. Just because I love these people should not diminish my Blackness. And just because I love myself should not diminish my love for other people and other cultures. I always say I'm so blessed to have like a wealth of friends and this richness in my life that is people of different ethnicities. And I, try to get to know people, who they are, and, whatever culture they are. And it's exciting. I love it. So where somebody becomes racist or is discriminates against another person, I feel like they deeply hate the person that they are. And so anyway, in the same regard, this is the person who also um, was upset that I date outside my ethnicity. So it was confusing, but I want to celebrate the skin that I am in. Let us celebrate ourselves, that way we can love others better. um, Now, don't be fooled. Beauty is skin deep. It comes in all shapes, colors, sizes. But today I want to talk about the African beauty. My pain as a Black woman, or as an African, should not be mistaken as a failure, or my struggles should not be mistaken as that. And consequently, the triumphs are the crown that I wear. So, no matter what hardships I go through, in the triumph, I am empowered, I am beautiful, I am bold, and I am Black, and I will stand up for myself, and I will speak my truth, because I'm empowered, and nobody should diminish whatever struggles there. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than a woman, a person in general, but let's talk about a woman who gets beat down and they get up and say, "We're doing this. I'm going to try again. I'm that woman. I will do it again. I'm going to get up. I'm not going to fall and not get up." So I find that as as beauty. So this piece, which I already said is the star of the show, is called "The Beauty of the African Woman." So in seeing, what I did here, I'm just going to briefly talk about it. I used acrylic paints on canvas, and the colors mirror a beautiful vibrant topography. You can see there's some dents and creeks in it, but it's still this beautiful topography. And also, with the background, I was mimicking the African sunset. And I find beauty in that. I paint that a lot. And so I just want to share the poem that I wrote in regards to this piece. And it's called The Beauty of the African Woman. The beauty of an African woman is like the African sunset on a warm safari evening. Her passion burns like a roaring lion. Her bosom is the earth that comforts the nations. She wears with pride the tribes of her progesterone around her waistline. Her loins are the fountain in which living waters are birthed. Her thighs swaddle and give warmth to her people like that of a mother's womb. The beauty of an African woman is like the bold African night sky. So, like I said, there are all kinds of beauty, but I want to celebrate, my blackness, the beauty that's been given to me, and encourage people. Don't let people take away from you what you had nothing to do with. Um, be comfortable in your skin. Be able to stand up to people and say, "This is who I am. This is my boldness. This is who I am happy that I was created to be." So, anyway, tomorrow we're having a party. It's going to be a fun party. I'm going to play some African music. Like I said, there's going to be some dancing. So, get ready for that. Get your beverages and snacks, and let's just celebrate one another. Let's celebrate life. I mean, we're going through a difficult time in the world. We need to band together as people to just laugh, to encourage other people, to build and not to tear other people down. So we're going to do that. I have a wonderful special guest artist, Kylea. She's so talented. She mostly uses oils, but she will be here with me and we're going to have a good time. Okay, thank you for tuning in today and we will chat again soon.